Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Let's go to the ugly. What was
All
your
right, you started catching on to that already. My ugly is catching.
Okay, yeah, okay.
S- So many drops. I thought you're talking about this Rodgers one where they're going down to score a touchdown. It was fourth down. He threw it to a guy heading to the corner, and it was basically in the guy's arms, but bounced off his chest and hands, and then the Seahawks intercepted it in the end zone. Same thing with Kelsey. That would have been, I mean, that was a turning point of that game with the Chiefs.
Oh,
He was going
yes.
into the end zone, bounced right off his hands and right into the Eagles. And then Flacco last week, both of his interceptions, the guys, I mean, they had to, I think, die for it. Like it was, a relatively harder catch, but both of them off their hands, the defenders intercepted it. Packer game, I don't know if you remember the Commanders. There's one where the receiver it went off of his chest and then it bounced off of the defender, and then the other receiver behind them
Uh-huh.
ended up catching it. It
I'm
was like a
due.
ping pong ball. I don't know if you saw the Jaguars, that
Yes.
one too on fourth down in the end zone. It was literally just like right in his hands. It wasn't a hard pass. It was just like a really easy catch. Just went straight through his hands. The Seahawks, I know this is a defender, but there's one Rodgers threw literally like right to the guy and he didn't catch it. It's just like I'm watching this and I'm like, how are these guys doing all these amazing athletic things and one-handed catches, but you have these, you mentioned the Steelers one too. You have these just like this is what you do for a living. And
Yeah.
it's like you can't just like catch the ball. It's just wild to me that maybe it's just because it's early in the season and it's live action and they're running so hard and such fast movements and they're not used to the game speed yet. But yeah, it's been looking kind of ugly with the amount of big drops that you've been seeing so far.
Yeah, you even Brian Thompson Jr., he had that one on fourth down. They were going for it inside the 10-yard line, like they were close to the end zone, the Jaguars. And it was like a 3-yard in route, it seemed, if I'm remembering correctly. He's facing the ball through right here. And he had to go back 2 yards. I don't know if he gets it, but he definitely just dropped it. It was right in the breadbasket. It was a 3-yard pass and he dropped the ball. Yeah, it's crazy to me the amount of drops there's been in the last this past week especially, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Speaking of which, the ugly is the Jaguars Bengals game to me because I felt that nobody really wanted to win that game. We'll save the headline at the end of it, but Brian Thomas, that was his worst game of his career. He just like let up on some throws to him. I guess there, with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, I think, had 2 interceptions. Browning comes in, he throws 3 interceptions. The Jaguars, like you mentioned, the drop passes that would have put the game away for the Jaguars. It's just like, oh, we don't want to win it. And then the Bengals like, okay, I guess we will win it then. And to me, at the end of the game, the Jaguars go for like the win instead of kick the field goal to go up six. I would have kicked the field goal there because the quarterback threw 3 interceptions, put the pressure on the quarterback. I know they went down and scored, but there's a lot less pressure when you only have to kick a field goal versus scoring a touchdown. You saw the way they played the clock. They were able to do that because they got into field goal range. But if they're in touchdown range, they know we got to score. We can't play around. And then you might have some time to go back down and kick a field goal to win. But what happened was they didn't kick the field goal. They lost that fourth down. And then the Bengals went down, got in field goal range, and ran out the clock. So, and then on top of all of that, oh, the Jaguars 14 carries, 71 yards. How do you only give your running back 14 carries in a game that close when he's averaging 5.1 yards a carry? I don't understand that. And then finally, Burrow with turf toe, that's probably going to end his season or he won't be back until late December. So that's all that ugly to me. Just an ugly, ugly Sunday game.
Can't argue that.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.